Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Embiid, and it's Pickett in at the 4 slot. And for the Pelicans, the front court full of star power with Ingram and Zion. Johnson is out there with Daniels. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, home in the paint. Now it's New Year's Eve, Greg. Do you still stay up for the countdown?
Well, I try. It gets harder every year, but we're still hanging in, bringing in the new year. I'm not quite the night owl like you are, my friend.
Yeah, right. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Now Monk. Lukovsky. He's covered by Ingram. Embiid the screen. Lukovsky. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Pelicans come into this one after the win against Detroit. MP passes to Daniels. Off target from outside. And the 76ers with possession. The last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Out to Ingram. Back to Johnson. Valanciunas passes to Daniels. Down low, Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
This is what I like about MP. He didn't settle. Instead, went in for the strong finish.
Now the 76ers with it. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Pickett. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
And so here is Philadelphia. After Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. The pass to Atkins. Embiid the screen. 14 feet away. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
Daniels dishes to Johnson. Passes it to Valanciunas. And MP with the basket on the assist from Valanciunas.
Man, you watch MP. He is so talented. And this man, let me just tell you, he's determined.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
For sure, this is a team that feels like they should never be swept in a season series by anyone, but especially when it's one of the heavy hitters from the other conference.
And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Take a look at the Spurs. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And when I look at the Pelicans, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league, and thus far, they have not disappointed.
Here's Pickett. Adkins. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Atkins. It's deflected.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
To the inside. MP's shot is good. MP's got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Monk against MP. They need this one. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And they're great at both ends, but the Sixers offense, Greg, the Sixers offense is elite.
And it all starts with Joel Embiid feasting inside and at the free throw line. And his teammates reap the benefits as well with wide open shots on the perimeter.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Pickett. Lukovsky, he's covered by Daniels. Embiid the screen. To the middle. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's near impossible trying to guard Embiid in the pick and roll. He's just so clever.
Johnson gets the bucket. He's got 8.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
The 76ers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Adkins passes to Pickett. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Daniels. To the paint. Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now the pass to Pickett. Embiid kicks to Monk. Back to Embiid. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Embiid's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And here are the 76ers now. The Pelicans make their last shot.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And Johnson with the stuff.
Yeah, MP is having one of those nights, scoring effectively and doing it pretty much any way he wants.
Here's Monk. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Passes it to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
Johnson left side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Monk. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging about 19 points per, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Now, here's Monk. Still scoreless. Here's Lukovsky. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. And now just a 3-point New Orleans lead. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the score by New Orleans. Here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when you look at the moves that Embiid has in the mid-range, he moves like a guard out there.
He studies film of Kobe and Jordan. Look, it shows up when you watch his footwork. It's amazing to see someone his size move so fluid.
Jones checked in for Williamson. Sharch checked in for Philadelphia. Jose Alvarado comes in for Monk.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table.
Sixers call time here. MP really making a difference here.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Marvin Bagley's checked in for Sharch. New Orleans on D. It's a 5-point game. Here's Alvarado. And the rejection by MP. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. And so here is Philadelphia. 5 to shoot. Embiid, the pass to Alvarado. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Alvarado, just 2 to shoot.
Just terrific defensive instincts there from MP, reacting so quickly and managing to get that block.
Shot clock at 2.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. Pelicans, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Into the lane, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
Fantastic drive to the rim. MP knows how to convert once he gets in this close.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
Some big guys struggle at the line. Not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
The 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Bagley. Embiid with it. Guarded by Valanciunas. 8 feet away. Embiid, no good.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Up top, Embiid. There's the pass to Adkins. Here's Pickett, defended by Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Bagley bounce pass. And it's Alvarado missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
On the basket by Jones.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Adkins. He's covered by Daniels. Outside, Bagley. There's the feed to Embiid. Banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 10 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to MP. Back to Daniels. Inside. And then Johnson with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Alvarado with it. He's guarded by Johnson. Alvarado with it. He has yet to score. Off target at the rim.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
.129 left to play in the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
8 feet away, and Embiid finishes inside. He's got 12.
Unfazed by that defensive pressure, Embiid uses his excellent touch on that jumper.
Feeds to Embiid. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
With MP, not only do you get a great guy, you get a player with tremendous work ethic. This guy, he is a coach's dream.
Here's Boyd. He's guarded by Johnson. Boyd the pass to Cornette. 2 points. That one goes.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Down low. And the dunk by MP.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Boyd. Out to the right wing. Here's Bagley. That one a little long.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Johnson finds Williamson. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Pickett passes to Alvarado. With one on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. Pelicans. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Trey Murphy. Ingram comes in for Herbert Jones. And it's Johnson in for C.J. McCollum. Passes it to Monk. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid against Valanciunas. High post, Embiid. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Daniels out there with MP. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5. The 76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pistons was a driven man. He finished with 64 points. And as impressive as he was scoring it, he was just as good at the defensive end. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league. and everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Here's Bagley. The Pelicans make their last shot, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trey Murphy's checked in for Williamson. And the 76ers also making a change. Pickett's checked in. Johnson right side. Now the dish to Ingram. RJ, so much goes into extending an NBA playing career. What was the key for you in your long career?
Well, for me, physically, I had to start doing more things away from the game of basketball. Doing yoga, doing strength training, but also the changes mentally. I went from a 20-point-a-game scorer to a guy that was getting 3 or 4 shots a game. You have to be able to accept your role and then star in your role. And for me, I just love doing that.
Now, here's Monk. He's got 5. Pass to Atkins. Now Embiid, guarded by Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Chalk up 2 there. Embiid's got 16 points.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Daniels kicks to Valanciunas. And the pass to MP. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Pickett. Pickett's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes to Atkins. Here's Pickett. Atkins. He's covered by Daniels. Embiid the screen. Here's Lukovsky. His 3-pointers off the mark. New Orleans has gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down to the second quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Valanciunas. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
No holding Valanciunas back there. He gets physical and gets through the contact.
Monk, the pass to Pickett. Back to Monk. Pass to Embiid. Over Valanciunas. Pelicans pull it in. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Pickett. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Pelicans, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them.
And I think for New Orleans, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Now, here's Monk. Following the miss by MP. Monk, the pass to Embiid. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Richard, with Joel Embiid, his combination of physical dominance and skill, it's almost unfair.
Yeah, he's a 300-pound guy with the agility of a wing. That is not fun to guard. He can bully you or beat you with finesse. There's really no weakness in his game, Greg.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Achua's checked in.
See, that's the coordinated effort you like to see. They read each other's eyes and MP with the finish.
1:56 left here in the second. The pass to Pickett. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
MP finds Achua. Rebounded by Pickett. Philadelphia shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Ingram, following the basket by Malik Monk. Ingram passes to Achua. They set the pick. MP outside. Daniels from outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Pickett. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Pickett's got his second bucket of the night.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Pass to MP. Ingram outside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
MP against Monk. And plenty of contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review.
The previous play is under review.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
I don't even think he had one free throw before halftime, but he's making up for it here in the second.
Philadelphia's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Drives to the hoop. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
.11 seconds left to play in the first half. And stolen by Achua. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They're putting in work in the paint. Right now, they're the schoolyard bullies, taking that lunch money. Those guys across from them, man, they got to have some backbone, Shaq.
The Jet not mincing words at all. All right, now I think we should check out the Rookie of the Year race.
Here at the midway point, we've seen enough games to get a real sense of the rooks.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Monk, and it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Adkins passes to Embiid. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he's able to get it back. New Orleans has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Johnson, good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Lukovsky. The 76ers again can't hit it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Johnson with the stuff.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Adkins passes to Pickett. Embiid with it, guarded by Valanciunas. 9 feet out, and Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 19 points.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Valanciunas. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Pickett. Embiid with the screen on Williamson. Offensive rebound.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Monk with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Monk's shot's good. Monk's got 11 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game. And that one falls for Johnson. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's the pass to Monk. To the inside, Embiid. That one, no good. Nice D from Valanciunas.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey's 6 a.m. workouts give him an edge. His motto, I prepare in front of nobody to perform in front of thousands. He says he's done 3 workouts before someone else even opens their eyes to prepare to work out. He said, I feel like that creates a psychological advantage when I step on the court. I have no reason to fear anybody. Kevin?
No reason at all. Hey, thanks, D.A. That's tipped. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Passes it to Monk. Now here's Embiid. He's covered by Daniels. And Embiid gets it to go.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
And Embiid gets it to go on the assist from Ingram. Ingram's got his 8th assist in the game. 76ers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Pass to Pickett. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by MP. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. He dishes it to Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Monk, the pass to Pickett. Embiid with a screen on Williamson. Pickett, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Valanciunas against Embiid. Over Valanciunas. A nice shot by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
Now, look, he can certainly extend his range, but Embiid is very comfortable from distance.
Got a piece of it. Monk against MP. And Joel Embiid hits from deep. Embiid's got 26.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now, here's Johnson. Here's Williamson. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Adkins, he's covered by Daniels. Valanciunas against Embiid. Over Valanciunas, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williamson in the post. Johnson dishes to Williamson. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good on the triple. He's got 9.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the
Atkins. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
The pass to Valanciunas. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Monk against Johnson. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. And Embiid gets it to go.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And MP throws it down.
That is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance.
And then to dunk it with authority. Wow. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Adkins, he's covered by Daniels. Monk against MP. Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
To the paint. Here's MP. And then Johnson with the jam.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And here are the 76ers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And here is Monk after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
A shot by Johnson, no good. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. A big group. Philadelphia shooting poorly, just 35% so far. They've got Jones. Achua is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's MP in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Now here's Šarić. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Jones. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Šarić against Jones. They set the screen. Jones against Šarić. Clock at 6. Now Alvarado offline with his 3. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the middle, here's MP, and yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Now here's Šarić. So here's one for you, RJ. Is there anyone in the league right now that reminds you of yourself as a player?
Now, if we're talking about me in my prime, and I hope these players don't get disrespected, but Jaylen Brown and Andrew Wiggins, just the way they play, some of the moves that they make, like I can see myself doing those things.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Boyd. No good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Picked away. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And they recover it. Tries a 3. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to MP. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Šarić. Passes it to Bagley for the 3. And Jones pulls it down. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bagley with a screen on McCollum. Alvarado with it. Jones covering. And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. The 76ers making a switch here. New Orleans on D. Out to the wing. Here's Atkins. They grab their own miss. Basket counts. Embiid's got 15 points in just the second half.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. 76ers shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Embiid, covered by Achua. Atkins, that's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Johnson, the pass to Achua. Back to MP. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to MP. 4 on the shot clock. That one off the back iron and out.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
They get the rebound. Pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now, here's MP. Knocked away.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New Orleans.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Pickett's checked in, and Monk's subbed in for Jose Alvarado. Here's Lukovsky. That one's good from the corner. What do you think of the league's most recent CBA? Greg, that 7-year deal just signed.
Oh, Kevin, the NBA and the Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Pelicans make their last shot. Pass to Atkins. The three. Here's Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Embiid's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
MP kicks to Jones. Launches it. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. There's the pass to Monk. Fires for three. Here's Pickett. Pelicans pull it in. Jones has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Passes it to Embiid. Rebounded by McCollum.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Keeping the pressure on that defense. MP is just unrelenting.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Man's checked in, so Johnson hits 2 of them. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these 2-game, like baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
Well, we know, Richard, you've made your stance on shortening the NBA season very clear. Are you still opposed to the idea?
I am so opposed to it. When you think about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, you think about the travel that these guys had to do, and they still played 82 games. They weren't sitting in first-class seats. And now, fast forward 40, 50 years, players can't do that, or they want to shorten the game. I'm sorry. Stick with the history.
And the free throw, no good. The 76ers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Got that one up quick. Monk's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
And MP throws it down.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Embiid with a screen on McCollum. Over to the left wing. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Lobbed up there for Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. All right, Richard, with the game on the line, Which current player would you choose taking the last shot?
You can't go wrong with Dame time. KD is up there too because he can get his shot off from anywhere. But you give me one shot, I'm going to say Klay Thompson.
Pass to Pickett. He's looking for Embiid and finds him, and they double up Embiid. Pelicans with the rebound. Johnson surveying the floor. McCollum outside. Johnson inside. Monk defending. The shot misses. Driving in. Takes a three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Another one goes. Incredible.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk can fill it up in a hurry. Well, once he gets on fire, the D knows they're going to be in for a long night.
Now here's McCollum. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Leading scorer on the night, and he looks very hungry for more. Keep feeding him. Operation Feed the Horse.
Shoots from the block. No good on that one. Good D by Johnson. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Johnson.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
The feed to Johnson. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And the 76ers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. It's good.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they had been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Going inside, that one falls.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Pass to Johnson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now, here's MP. Now the pass to man, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And here is Monk. Here's Lukovsky, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Good, he hits again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
9 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Monk. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long.
He'll be working with 60 points? Are you kidding?